Okay, let's get going. Studio 47 here. This story is going to be about a fella that was a friend of mine, Ralph. He was a character. Let's see, Ralph. I went out to visit his brother, I guess, and his brother, he was in a different place, house then and all. And then he wound up here working for the man that I wound up buying his place from later on in life. But at that time, he mentioned to me that his brother Ralph was living in this house, which, my God, was no more than a one-room shack. And I went to, and because of hunting and all, I went to see Ralph. And they had a pitcher pump for water. Pitcher pump. And he wasn't working. He had just married this Italian girl from Italy. And we spoke for a little bit or something, and I went back to the plant, and I knew this was like my first place that I worked 12 years when I first came out of the Navy. And I went back to the plant, and I knew the guy from personnel, like, Pete. And I asked for Ralph. It was a dirty place. It was just labor, a lot of laborers and stuff. Perfect for Ralph and all. I guess Ralph had worked there before. So I asked Pete. I said, Ralph, and I said his last name. No, absolutely no. And then I continued to like like you do and everything. And I said, I don't know, Ralph. Pete, he's living in his shack and he don't have nothing. And he just got married, and maybe he changed and everything. All right, tell him to come in the morning. So it was nice. I was able to call back his newlywed wife or whatever, Mary Ann or something, I think her name was. And I might not have that quite right, but the name. But I told her that he could come to work in the morning. Oh, thank you. And Ralph came in to work. So he and I were buddies and everything and all. And I guess the one to start with this trip to North Jersey. So I called a couple of guys and I said, I'm going to the Delaware Water Gap. Take everything you're going to need for the day. When we go up the mountain, we won't be coming down all day. So I pick up this little group of guys and we're going to the Delaware Water Gap. Hunt. So when I picked Ralph up, he had, as I recall, 17 bottles of beer and a ring of kibasi in a knapsack. That's what he needed for the day, I guess. Well, we started off to go to North Jersey. Ralph, little Frankie, and a dude, I'll call him a dude. He worked in the office where we worked, George. He played ball with me, though, too, George did. But I called George a dude as far as hunting was concerned. So we're on our way to North Jersey. Well, picked everybody up real early in the morning. We started drinking. We drank Ralph's beers by the time we got up there. We had to stop even. Drank all that beer. And when we pulled up this mountain road and all to climb up to Sunfish Pond at the top. So now there's a trail, but I don't know where the trail is. We just pull up, park the truck, let's go. And we start climbing. Well, we weren't in the right place and everything, and at times we were crawling even and everything. And George, the dude, he commented, "Whoa, my God, where in the world did you take me now?" You know, because he was having a bad time. We were actually like crawling, trying to get up because we're in the wrong place to climb and everything. So George had a pint bottle, and we had a swig out of it or something. Maybe it was brandy. I don't know what it was. And Ralph says, "I'll hold this for you, George." And he had it. And we continued on our way up, and we parted. We made it. We got up there and everything. And we all separated. When we come down in the evening, no Ralph. This is what in the world happened to Ralph, you know? And George, we gotta wait for Ralph. So George, he's got a date or something. We're 100 miles from home. We all came together. We're going home together. So there was one bar in the area, and I thought, now this is all day. I haven't seen Ralph since before it got light. So I thought maybe he made it to the bar or something. So we go down to the bar. They don't know nothing. They never seen it. He's not there. I even called home to his house, and his wife answers the phone. I says, "Ralph home?" She says, "No. Ralph went with you." "Oh yeah, that's right." And I didn't tell her that he's lost or anything, and we keep. Oh, the guys at the bar, they says, "What?" I said, "What should I do?" And all they says, "Call the troopers at Blairstown." So I called the troopers at Blairstown, and they said, we can't look for him now in the dark and everything, but in the morning we look for him with a helicopter. But if you find him, let us know one way or the other. So that's the scheme and everything. So now I'm riding back and forth on that old road. I won't give up. Couple hours, raining. And little Frankie, he looks up at the mountain and he says, "Oh my God!" And Ralph's still up in there. You know? Couple hours after dark, and all of a sudden, finally, the car's nobody on that road. Somebody slows up. I slow up. I'm going like toward home. This guy's coming down toward the bar light, and I slow up. And in the back seat, the guy rolls the window down, the driver, and he says, in the back seat. He says, "You looking for your buddy?" I says, "Yeah, where is he?" Because he's not in the front seat. And in the back seat, there's Ralph. Here I am. Yep. And then when we got him back and we continued on, and he was like a man off a desert and everything. And we stopped in a bar, and I left my coat in that bar. We had to go back the next day. While we were in that bar, he had shot at a big deer. Little Frankie says, "Was that deer you shot at as big as that one hanging on the wall?" He said to Ralph, and Ralph says, "Shut up and drink your beer," to Frankie, you know. And like I said, we had to come back the next day because I left my jacket in the bar. And what I guess happened is Ralph probably got to the top, drank out of that bottle, got spun around a little bit, and he didn't know which way was down, and he went the wrong way. So when we searched it out to where he was all the way around on the other side, it turned out to be 17 miles away by road, but across maybe 4 or 5 miles or something, where he went in the wrong direction. Come out 17 miles away by road. So there was that incident, and then one other one when we went fishing. Oh my God. We rode and rode. I had a big boat with a flying bridge and everything, and we went, and an older man went with us, and a couple of kids. We went blue fishing and at night, and I just rode to the lights. I seen these lights, and I rode. We got there, and we were drinking and everything too. And Ralph, I guess have to watch a little bit what I'm doing and everything. I gotta get this back and everything. And we caught the fish. But when we went to go home, no one was coming back our way. Like, there was one big ocean liner. He was going to New York. I'm saying, my God, I hope I got it right. And for hours, you don't see nothing. And got light and everything. And then finally, I seen those golf balls at Sandy Hook, and there it is. We're good. We're gonna make it okay, But I'm worrying about the gas. There was nothing left. And we pull in, and it's morning and everything. Backed it up and pulled in. Ralph had been sick all night long, throwing up all over the boat and everything, all over the place. And now when he backed up and pulled in, he got off the boat right away, and he took his shirt off and he dunked it in the water, held it over his head. He'd been sick for all that time. And he went up the gangway, floating dock, like up to the top, and a big dog come walking along, and the dog was smelling him, I guess, from all that, where he'd been sick and everything. And I said, to heck with everything. The boat was a shambles. I said, clean it up the next time, And I'm closing it up. We're going home, go to bed, and then we'll worry about cleaning this and everything after we rest and all. And we caught a lot of fish. We caught a lot of bluefish. And so anyway, I went to close up, and there's Ralph's pole. And Ralph, he's up at the floating dock. He's up on the top now. Ralph, your pole. You could keep it. I won't need it anymore. In other words, this is his last fishing trip of his life, And that was just a couple of Ralph stories where he got lost, came out 17 miles away by road, and that fishing trip. That was pretty funny. And I knew Ralph for quite a while. In fact, I was the godfather of his daughter. He had a daughter. And then they moved. Never seen him again. And more recently, 5 years ago, I heard that he had passed away, that he had died. So that's the Ralph stories. He was an interesting character in life. It was a lot of fun hunting, and a little bit on the crazy side. But I was attracted to, I guess, to these, when I was drinking attracted to these crazy, and some good things come out of it. I'm his brother. I wound up at his house again later in life. And, hey, the place is for sale. Over my head. The next trip, it's clicked, maybe, and wound up buying the place. So, some good things come out of things. Okay, we're going to stop it right here.